about your team's performance tonight?
This year we'll take it however we can get it. But too many mistakes. I mean, the thing that we wanted to focus on after the bye was starting to clean things up and do the little things right. And we did some things right. There's things we've improved on, but we're making too many mistakes to be the type of team that we want to be, especially trying to make a push for the playoffs. So I give a ton of credit to Coach Richitano in Middle, though. Those guys battle, and they deserve a ton of credit.
You guys were down late in this game, and you told your boys way to battle. So talk about their battle and comeback.
Look, if there's anything with all the stuff, how this season's gone, we're 5-1 now, and we've struggled to get there a little bit at times, but we're winning some games where we've been down. So that's what I was telling them. There's something about a team that could do that, because easily it could have went the other way. We easily could have folded at halftime. We could have folded in the fourth quarter, but they didn't. Especially with the youth that we have. We got a freshman that's the captain of the ship on offense, and we got all underclassmen up front. I think they're gaining some valuable experience. Hopefully we can get this thing going so we can make something happen this year. But the future's definitely bright for these guys.
Yes, sir. Now you guys, you went to the run game there a lot. It was effective for you, especially late in the game. Can you talk about that, the run game?
Yeah, our offensive line, all year we felt like we should be able to lean on them. And there's been some games where teams would load the box and we weren't as effective on the ground as we would like. They weren't blitzing as much in the first half. And even though the score was what it was, I think overall we felt like we were controlling a lot of scrimmage. They were hurting us with their pass, which kind of surprised us a little bit, making some big plays on third downs. But our offensive line did a phenomenal job. Some of those guys were banged up, and our running backs, our fullbacks did a great job running the ball, getting the tough yards. So we'll take it. And that's kind of how we are this year. We're built to run the ball a little bit.
Okay. Were you frustrated at all the first half, because I thought you really dominated the game, but yet you go into the halftime down a point?
Yeah, we've trailed a couple times this year at halftime, or had close games that shouldn't have been very close. I wasn't real frustrated at halftime. I felt like we were going to be all right, because there wasn't a lot that I saw that we couldn't fix, and we couldn't kind of get under control. Because you're right, I thought we were controlling the line of scrimmage and moving the ball. I felt like we would still be able to do that. But it's frustrating, because I don't think we've maximized what we can do, and we're getting to the point now where we're getting close to it. But we got to hurry up and get this thing going, because when you play in the playoffs, hopefully we can make that push. We got a violent team that's improved coming up this week, so we got to be ready. We can't make those mistakes, though.
Yeah, but when you get in that situation and you don't take advantage of those opportunities in the first half, that forces you to play. It's great that you rallied for a dramatic victory, but you kind of put yourself in that spot in the first, first half.
Yeah, we've done that, and we've done that this year more than I've liked. Yeah. We're making some mistakes, and we're doing, we'll do some real good things, and then we'll do some little things wrong that kill us. Some of it's probably credited to some of the youth that we have. We're pretty young in certain spots, but it's frustrating. It is, but
the positive is they come back and end up having a come-from-behind victory.
Yeah, and the positive too is, Mike, I think we haven't seen our best football. I think if we secure the ball, we drive the ball like that. Jesse plays a little bit cleaner with how he's delivering the ball, and we fix a couple of little things. Now I think we can still have a pretty efficient offense, and maybe don't have to lean on the run as much. But we'll take it, because I think that what we're gaining out of this is how to overcome an adverse time. So that's very valuable.
And you got to they score to take the lead, and you come right back and score on that drive. How key is that to see that?
It's huge. It's huge. And I was, again, like at halftime, I was kind of expecting this too, the way we're moving the ball. But to do it when your back's against the wall, there's something special about that. I don't care, what type of team you have, the talent you have. If you can battle back when you're down, that says something. We've done it a few times this year, so we'll take it.
When you with the lower field, I'm just wondering your feelings about lower situation.
Look, that's a tough deal, and I got a ton of respect for what those guys have been trying to do the past couple of years, and I see both sides of it. It'll be interesting to see. We support their program, whatever they decide to do. I know right now it looks like we're gonna have a JV game with them, which will be fine with that. I don't know where I stand. I hate to have the diplomatic answer, but I understand where they're coming from. And the thing is, it's the youth. It's not necessarily the numbers, but the number of young kids they have out there. And if it's a legit case of guys being injured, you gotta respect what their coach is saying, what their AD is saying, and look at it like that. But at the same time, I think it was Tyler who had a tweet about just what Pleasantville went through and able to persevere after 35 games. So you look at that too. I think there's lessons that those guys can learn from that too. So I think most of the team, you just wonder if there's some gentleman agreements that could be made where teams can lay things on the line and stick to the word, and maybe make it a little bit easier for them to make the transition into building that thing back up. But it's a tough deal. Hopefully it gets cleaned up. I mean, is there any word on the appeal?
I haven't heard anything going into this game, so
yeah, I know they're going to talk about that, but I'd like to see them playing varsity football, especially. I think they had some games that aren't they're done with spirit and those type of things. So I just hope it all works out for those kids.